I wanted to create some sacred and intimate atmosphere with the viewer, so I want to use today this thing, the scent. It shouldn't stand in front of me, I guess. This is really interesting. I'm turning 25 in less than 3 months, and it's a really crazy number for me because I think this age, like this period of time from 18 to 25, it went extremely fast, and I think everybody feels it like in this way, especially because there was COVID, and in my case, in my country, it started the war in Ukraine, and it felt like the life was put on the pause, and then it was supposed to start at some point and get back to normal, but it never did. And I have a feeling that many peers of mine feel the same way, even though your country may not be in war times right now. I think a lot of young people in their 20s are going through feeling lost and just trying out different stuff, figuring out how to survive in this world. And I think the first reason why it's so overwhelming for us is because the world is transforming a lot right now. Like, the new era of AI arrived, and everything is getting digitalized, and there is huge globalization going on, and people just we are exposed to so much information right now, and so much facts and news and different sources of information. Like, it's almost overflowing information that we receive. And yeah, it's not easy for us, and today I want to talk about feeling lost, constantly surviving, and how to cope with it, and how, like, I'm learning personally to trust my gut. Honestly, wearing right now this clothing and just taking my shower, having my tea, I feel like I'm getting in my a lady in her late 20s vibe. I'm not right now, as you can see, at the party, even though it's Monday anyway. I'm not at the party, I'm not with my friends, I'm not at the bar smoking cigarettes and drinking beer. I'm home, and I'm enjoying it, honestly, so much. When I was young, I always was wondering what it will be when I will be in my 20s. You know, I was 12, and I think it was the moment when I started, like, comprehending what was going on. I was like, oh my god, people have feelings, we're so emotional, life is so deep, we're gonna die one day, we need to enjoy every single moment. You know, like, those kind of thoughts start hitting you, especially if you watch, like, some movies and you start getting it, or animes, and you're like, oh my god and you're like so excited for your 20s, and you're so excited for being adult, to finding your love, like being free from your parents, moving out. And then when you actually arrive there in this episode of your life, it's not easy. It's really tough, right? I think from the age of, I think for everybody is different, but at the age of 16, 14, 18, we all kind of start socializing more. We kind of start wanting to be free from our parents. We start to party, maybe go to college or university, and we start to explore this crazy free party life. We take our first whatever in the club and drink and smoke and then throw out in the toilet. And then our friends pick us up and bring you home to the bed, and then you wake up and you want to die from a headache. It all happened to us, I guess. You're also like experiencing this first love, which eventually ends tragically in 99% of the time. I don't know, people who marry from the age of, like, when people meet at the school or college and then they marry, I admire those people so much, because I think it also depends on the personality. I think those kind of people that like to explore and they're really free-spirited and open-minded, like those kind of people cannot settle for somebody at such an early age, because we just wanna know. We wanna experience. We wanna meet a lot of stuff, and yeah. And then this happens to us. We feel like the whole world is at our feet, and we really give ourselves permission to explore. And I think it's really, really important. And I think it's like, I remember when I was at the age of 18 and I never really was smoking at early age or drinking. I started doing it only at really, really like conscious age when I was 19, and I really knew what is it doing to my body. It was really bad. I remember having hangovers or smoking. I was like, sometimes, smoking 30 cigarettes in a row, and I was like, damn, what the hell I'm doing to my body? Like, Katya, when are you going to stop? And then I just think I promised myself to stop at the age of approximately what is my age now. Like, I thought, okay, I want to give myself 3 years to smoke and do all this stuff and explore and have fun, but then I knew that I don't want to do this all my life, and it's not my lifestyle, and I want to be healthy. It's like my number one priority, and then I gave myself permission to live this free, crazy young life. But then the middle 20s hit me, and at some point you just start understanding that you cannot live all your life partying, having hangovers, going to this late bar shift jobs or whatever job, 8-hour job, 5-hour job, and then go back home, spend all your money on clothes, or spend your last money on the traveling with your friends. And yeah, you cannot live like this all your life. I mean, yeah, for most of us, it's not gonna work like that. We all start realizing that we need some stability. We want to have our nice cozy room where we can get and we can come and just lay in bed, be alone. We want to have a big kitchen. We want to travel the world, not hitchhiking all the time and living in hostels. We want to, improve the level of our life financially, and just improve the quality of our life. And I think it's really, really natural, and I think that's when it hits us that when you're young, you're just like fine being dirty and late in the bar, like smelly with cigarettes and your friends, and nothing matters. But then at some point you just understand that, damn, it's not working for me anymore, and I want to just be clean after my shower in the evening, reading my book, eating some nice dinner that I cooked for myself, and then watch some series. And basically this is the moment when we kind of try to grab our shit together, and this is the toughest moment, because this is not just a moment when you stop partying or you try to stop partying and more focus on yourself. It's a moment when we all try to choose and even admit what lifestyle we want to have for basically the rest of our life. What our life is supposed to look like for us. What we think, what is great for us what our dream life looks like. And the toughest thing in all this, I think, is to when you understand that unfortunately we have only one life, and unfortunately we cannot choose to be a doctor, a president, a model, a director, a singer, and all this at once in the same lifetime. Maybe some people could do this, they're probably crazy, but most of us, we have to kind of stick to this passion of us, or one job or profession. And this is when you realize that all your life, basically to be doing what you really love doing as a job, you kind of have to dedicate to it few good years and then probably all your life. Because you cannot, if for example I'm a videographer and I try to direct my first documentary films, and it's been 3 years that I've been like trying to explore it, and I've been trying to find jobs in this industry, and I've been doing well, but I cannot say that this profession is already providing me with financially completely. Like, no, I work still at the bar, and I'm still figuring out how to work with the camera, how to work with clients, how to like establish my social media, how to present my portfolio, how to present myself, how to be professional, and and this is just one thing. On another side, I'm trying to direct my movies, and it's just another complete story. Like working with producers, looking for budget, editing, learning light, learning how to listen to a God. It's just so many things, and it's just my field. And I think for everybody of us, it's different passions and different things that we're choosing for ourselves. But the truth is that in the end of the day, it all requires time if you wanted to become really, really good at something and you want to start getting profits from it. And from this comes this concept that I believe in, that at some point we kind of have to grab our shit together and basically dedicate ourselves to some new craft that we want to learn, and start building a completely new lifestyle around this craft. And this is really not an easy task. Having a job, a dream job that you like doing, or you like coming every day, is one thing, but there is also another thing as your routine, your circle, your love life, your family life, your hobbies, your travels, your mental health. It's just, we have so many categories in our life that it's almost like sometimes I feel that I need a personal assistant. And I believe that in the future people will have like AI assistants, like in the movie Her, like that will like be in your ear, maybe listen to you all the time, and you'll be like, can you please send the email to this like this, or can you please, or there will be robots that will cook for us, that will go to the shop and buy food and then come home and cook for us and clean our house and choose a dress for us. Like I think everything gonna be automized, because I don't know how one person can handle organizing all their life and all these fields equally in a good way. I feel like there is always like one branch of your life lacking. If for example I focus on my career right now, my love life sucks. Like my friendship life also is not at the highest level. Sometimes I'm like, do I even have like friends? Or a lot of people that I believe my friends, like I have people who I can call friends, but I just don't talk to them. I'm so right now into my life that I barely talk to them a few times in a year, and I think it's just gonna get worse. And yeah. And the why I, so yeah, we're lost. This is the main reason why we're lost, I think. I feel like because we are trying to juggle all these areas of our life, and you know, at some point I got so lost and frustrated from all this processing that is going on in my head, and all the time like weighing what's the right decision for me, that I just kind of gave up. And I started realizing that I really need to clean my life and make tied my brain, tied my life, tied my thoughts, tied my beliefs, my habits, my circle, my choices, life choices. I started cleaning basically out my life. For example, last most important thing that I've done, I think, is that I stopped smoking and drinking and smoking weed, which was really, really not, I cannot say it was difficult, because right now I'm just not exposing myself to environments that would provoke me to do that. But I think that this creates a new reality for me where I don't think I really would enjoy right now partying or, you know, going out with friends late in the bar. Like, I never really liked bars, honestly. And yeah, this was like the first thing that I decided for myself, because I understood that all the nights that I am hanging out, and most of the times when I was hanging out, I just felt like, you know, I wasn't happy, and I was always expecting something from the night. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna meet some crush and we're gonna hook up, or oh, I'm gonna have great conversations. But it didn't always end like this, and it often could be a really disappointing experience, and then you just walk alone home, and you know, you question your choices, you question like, why am I doing this? And then, you know, I also had really problems with my skin. I had many acnes, and you know, I must say that after I stopped drinking alcohol, my skin improved drastically. And you know, that was just like this direct connection between bad habits and how I felt mentally. I started sleeping better. I started feeling in my brain better. I started judging the situations better. It's a really important thing, I think. When you stop taking any substances in yourself, you start, your brain just starts to function better and more clear. And I swear to you, even making this YouTube video right now on the camera, I think this is one of the decisions that I would come from only after I stopped like doing bad habits. Because if I would still doing it, I would just probably be right now somewhere like smoking and drinking wine, you know. I don't say that it is bad. I think it's just for everybody's period of life, certain periods of life, there is time when you have to like go out and just have fun with your friends, but when those times are like taking 50% of your time, and instead of like exploring your hobbies, exploring what you love, you know, you're like drinking and destroying literally your body, I think it's not really good. And there has to be balance, but I think this thing of trust in your gut and listening to what my body needs right now, what I want to do, what I always wanted to do but I was scared to do, what is the right food I want to eat right now, what I want to drink. Do I want to drink beer right now, or would I rather drink the huge bowl of berry smoothie? Would I eat right now pizza or burger, or would I rather go and make myself a beautiful salad and chicken with rice, you know? Sometimes when you give yourself these questions of what would be better for me right now, and you sit with it, your brain starts to giving you the answers to your questions. And I just want to go quickly through my notes because I wrote so much down, and I think I've been already talking for like 20 minutes. It's insane. But I feel that I just wanted to share all of this thoughts. Maybe I'm gonna make 2 videos out of this. But it's a good flow right now that I'm feeling in this talk. Basically, honestly, I think I'm gonna finish with trust in my God right now. And very, very, very important thing is not giving a single shit about people's opinion of you. And I know that we all go through it, and we are all, I think our brain is just programmed maybe for surviving, or you know, like we just wanna feel heard. Especially, I think it depends a lot on your background. From my background, I'm coming from post-Soviet Union country, Ukraine, and I must say that we have a really huge trauma of you know, feeling this importance, like feeling like you are the center of the world and that the world is swirling around you. And I think it's sometimes really good, but sometimes it has a really bad side effect, which I experienced, I think, since I was 13, or yeah, since I was aware of myself. I was always thinking what other people think of me. I was always walking and thinking how another person looks at my legs and thinks like that my legs look horrible, or my nose is horrible, or you know, whatever I said. And then some person looked in a special way at me. I thought, oh my god, this person thinks I'm dumb. I think these things are familiar for you, and I think these are just through years and through experiences and through, I would say now, age. You start really more chilling, and you start realizing that everybody in this life is thinking about themselves. And even if a person is consuming, like if a person can see you and think something of you, or even say of you, first of all, it says a lot, not about you but about them. We all know this, but it's easier said than understood. I think it's very important to understand that you're not the center of other people's life. Think about what you think of every single day, and understand that all people around you, they of course do it in another way, but they are focused on exactly same things. We all think about what we're gonna eat for the dinner, how we're gonna dress tonight. We all think about the guy that has to text us someday. We all think about like our, I don't know, some situation in the past mistakes. We think about the future, we think about job. Our lives are so full, especially as you get older, that there is literally not a single spare second you can dedicate to thinking of other people. And I think people who think of other people, they're just or like judge, or you know, basically waste their time on judging and criticizing the people. Those people just, you know, they have their own traumas, and they haven't matured yet to understand that your life is the most precious asset and the most precious thing you should be thinking of. you're living right now, and how you're gonna spend your life, how your body, how your temple, how your soul will be living, this experience. It's all in your hands, and this is exactly what you have to focus on. Think about how many times a day you think about some other people who did you wrong, or some past situations that you think you would love to change, and think about how unwise and a little stupid it is to waste your time not dedicating your time to improving the life that is waiting ahead for you and is coming for you, because it is coming. And how it's gonna look, what it's gonna be like, who you gonna be in this life, depends only on you. This is a message for today, and thank you for watching.